This is KCR, the sound of state.
Just take a nice breath in. Exhale that breath. Just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing of importance for you to do except relax. Relax.
Hello, what's going on, people?
Howdy, folks.
It is Tuesday once again. Here we are. I know you missed us, but you know what? It's a day before Halloween. Are we
It's
feeling
like
the spooky vibes?
Halloween.
It is.
Halloweeny.
Halloween. Is that a thing? Can we make that a thing? Halloween?
Let's do it.
Halloween.
You
Yeah.
heard it here
Hashtag
first.
Halloween.
Scarlett Letter, Halloween, TM.
Let's
We
do
got it.
TM
So-
right now. Sign it.
Who do we have here tonight?
My
is
name is
this guy?
Elezd.
Hello, Elezd.
Elezd.
Welcome
This
to the
is-
program.
This is my girlfriend, Kaya.
Hello.
What up,
Kaya.
Kaya?
Hi.
So, Elezd, tell me what kind of music do you produce?
Electronic music in general, but I've made my way to tech house and techno and more underground sounds. I was making progressive house and electro back in like 2014,
Oh, wow.
15-ish. So
That's like an eon ago as far as like the
Yeah. That
evolution
sounds
of
long.
music goes.
yeah. And the past couple of years, we've been going to Amsterdam and getting to know the actual techno scene. And
Now, when you say we, is that you and your girlfriend
Yeah. Yes.
exploring it
Hi.
together?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
you
cool.
and Bay. That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's the
How
best
many
bonding.
years of experience do you have? How long have you been doing this?
since I turned 18, my-
Music or ADE?
Music.
Oh,
Okay.
music. Well, I've been DJing since I was 16.
Wow.
For like all ages events at like World Beat Center and like the Masonic Center in Chula Vista and stuff like that. And then when I turned 18, I had this money saved up and I wanted to buy a car and my mom didn't let me because she was like, it's not a good
Damn.
car. So I was super pissed. And out of nowhere, I just got on the bus, made my way to Guitar Center and bought a DAW and a keyboard and just
There
a
you
bunch
go.
of stuff to
That's how
produce.
they get you started.
So yeah,
See, things happen for a reason. You didn't get a car,
Exactly.
but you got your music career started
go.
somehow.
You
Yep.
saw my buddy Eddie, the broken rocker in Santee at Guitar Center, and he
Okay.
got you all hooked up. That's how it goes.
That's
Yeah.
super
That's
awesome.
how he got me.
So,
Nice.
how did your name originated?
it was first Astro, and I changed it because this kid on the X Factor or The Voice or something like that, that was his name, and like he was starting to blow up, and he won.
He copied you.
Well, not necessarily. He's a rapper, and it's the name Astro is pretty generic in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Okay.
And it's used a lot in the DJ world, I guess.
So you saw the opportunity to grow.
Yeah, and
you
I wanted
started
to
creating
change
your own brand. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to change my style of music also. I wanted to go more underground and do it for me instead of just the dance floor and the kids on jumping and raise
Yeah,
your hands
for
kind of
real.
Like
stuff.
we were ironically
1, 2,
doing during
3,
the
yeah.
ad break.
Right, exactly. But yeah, Elezd, I don't know, I was in a spiritual time of my life where it was kind of, I was just trying to find myself, and I came to the conclusion that man is, like in Spanish, el
Yes.
means he, es
El
is, and then the D is capital because of divine. So he is
Divino.
divine, so divino. Man is divine, and that I really think that humans have a great power, and we are all divine.
That's so
That's
amazing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. That's like you found the perfect name that captures you.
Yeah, I think so too.
What are your thoughts, Kaya?
This is so weird.
Did
I mean,
you have any
I-
like input when he was coming up with the name?
we weren't together yet. Well, like we were friends.
Oh,
so
scratch that. Just
yeah.
kidding.
So I knew him as Astro, and then I remember him like kind of being like, "I've changed. I'm Elezd," and I didn't like think anything of it. And then he kind of like told me the meaning behind it, and I was like, "Dude, that's like
That's beautiful.
yeah."
you
we
were
both-
supporting him
Yeah, and we were both kind of like on that same like
Wavelength.
on that level.
Yeah,
on that
yeah,
same
yeah.
level.
So when he told me, I was like, dude, that's sick. Like
That's super
I wouldn't
awesome.
think of that. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
great to have a good support system.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was always like like always at my shows,
Fangirl.
front row.
Oh,
Like
Even
before
before
we
you had
even-
to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like she was always there with her friends, and it was really cool.
it
to
was
see
meant
her.
to be.
Yeah.
I love it. So what can we expect from the mix that you gave us?
I have 3 original tracks in there.
What?
One is unreleased, so you guys will get
Oh,
a
you heard it first on
uh,
Scarlett
here.
Letter.
exactly. It's gonna air for the first time here.
Literally, not
Yeah.
everyone can say that nowadays.
No.
Mm-mm.
I try to keep my mixes and guest mixes like very exclusive, and give a little treat once in a while.
Yeah.
That's great.
I pride myself
Trick
in
or
my
treat.
unreleased.
We got
tracks.
the treat.
Exactly. I pride myself in my unreleased tracks because like if you go in my SoundCloud, you log in right now, you're gonna see like 20 unreleased tracks, private,
That's so ridiculous.
private. And like
There's so much
Yeah.
music that he'll be like, when should I put this out? And I'm like, dude, I already, like in my mind, it's already out.
Yeah.
I've
'cause
heard
you
it so many times. Yeah.
I do the same thing. Like people always say, "Oh, it must be so cool dating some kind of producer." And my girlfriend is so into my music, but that's because I don't usually produce at her house.
Yeah.
If she was at my house, you'd just hear the monitors cranking out
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
loop
Oh,
for like
it's-
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you hear it
nonstop.
over and over and over. You're over it.
Yeah.
So shout out to you, Kaya, for supporting him through all
Thank
of
you.
this.
So I
Yes.
think we're ready to hear this awesome.
Yeah.
Also,
mix.
quick shout out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I include Susio's new track. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, of course.
From
He's gonna be here soon.
Oh, cool. So yeah, he released a track on my record label F4 Records. We released a sampler with 6 tracks, and him and Cole Vassallo are on there. And that track is the 3rd track on the mix. So
Woo,
Yeah.
we're ready for this. And
Radical.
we'll be back for the longer interview.
On Scarlett
Letter.
Letter. Guess what? You're back in the studio. This is KCR College Radio, the award-winning sound of San Diego State. Did you know that we were voted the best AM/FM radio station, period?
Say what?
What? Yeah, like all of us. All of us voted. There's dozens of us here, but San Diego as a whole voted it. It's
we
pretty
voted.
great. Also, if you want to listen, like you are right now, hopefully, you can listen live on AM 1610 if you're within the immediate college area, or you can go on the TuneIn app. Just look for KCR. It should pop up. It's got the nice little KCR logo, black and red, whoop whoop, and kcr.stsu.edu. The most important thing, though, if you want to call, hang out with us, share your informations, any cool things you want to talk about us, we may put you on the air, no big deal. Call 619-594-6982.
Or if you want to get a little bit more personal with us, we also have our Facebook page for the show. It's called Scarlett Letter Show. We're currently live right now with Elezd. Elezd. You said it 4 times and I still can't remember. And
But
Kaya.
before we ask him a few more questions, we got a few interesting ads that we want to lead off with.
Oh, yeah. Are you guys ready? It's almost Halloween. Literally, it's tomorrow.
Halloween.
It's Halloween. So make sure to visit the Scream Zone for all the haunts this spooky season. We've been doing this ad for the past 3 shows. No big deal. From Sunday night to Thursday night, show your student ID to save $10 off the triple haunt admission tickets, which include admission to the House of Horror, Carnival tickets, which include, and the haunted hayride, Happy Home Turn.
Yeah, please support them. They need the money. Join us for an exclusive early screening on Monday, October 29th of the new Prime Original Series Homecoming. It's at 7 p.m. at the Claremont Town Square ! Sorry, I'm reading the stage directions again.
Yeah, you do it.
RSVP link in our social media bio, and by our, I don't mean Scarlet Letter, I mean at KCR College Radio. And that's very same Monday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. SDSU students can get a free pineapple smoothie at
Wait, I want a
they were just
pineapple
giving out free
smoothie.
pineapples. Guys, you need to work on your advertising. That would be a great deal. I just want a pineapple. Getting back to the copy, the pineapple smoothie, they're going to give them out for free, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Juice It Up in the East Commons, Best Commons. That's courtesy of Homecoming, because we're coming home. We're coming home, boys. We're going to do it.
I was about to sing that.
I hope you guys are entertained.
Now that the air check's over.
Yeah, I got one more announcement to make. Our friends from Techniche are having another event this Thursday, November 1st, called Techniche Day of the Dead. It's at Rich's San Diego from 10 till 2 a.m. I'll be there. You know, your favorite show girl, no big deal. It's $5. It's so cheap. But the good news is that I have 10 free passes for the event. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So hit me up on the Facebook page, Scarlett Letter Show, and we can sort something out. You know, Halloween is almost over, but it doesn't mean that you can keep having fun. It's Day of the Dead. Keep it on.
Can we really say it's almost over if it hasn't even happened, though?
I feel like Halloween has been the whole weekend already. You feel me?
It's
I feel
over
like we're
somewhere in the world.
narrowcasting right now. Yeah, it's over somewhere in the world, but
It's
for right
never
now,
over in
it's
my
Halloween.
Yes. And before we go to the interview, I want to get serious for 1 minute. I would like to honor the memory of one of the members of the Techniche family called Jackie Galban, who recently passed. She was a beautiful soul, and she was full of light. And oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm always gonna remember her with like a big smile on her face, and she was always happy in the events. And she's an amazing person, and she will be remembered like that forever.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Techniche family. That's why we're doing this here. We're trying to support everybody, bring up the entire crew, San Diego as a whole.
Yeah, and it's a reminder to always check on your friends. You never know what kind of demons are fighting inside of their heads. Really, be empathetic, show love, don't be afraid, and don't be afraid to speak up. I know it takes a lot of courage and strength to ask for help, but just do it. Just go for it.
Stand in your truth.
Yeah, and thanks everyone for listening. That was something I needed to get out of my chest and bring awareness to.
All right, so I gotta say, that mix that we just heard, real good stuff.
Thank you.
How many of your original tracks did we hear? Was it that first one?
The second one.
Second one?
And the other ones are still coming up.
Okay.
In the mix.
They're gonna be mixed in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. It's like going to Cold Stone.
Yeah. There you go.
folded in.
Yeah.
Just Put
So
the strawberries, gummy bears, everything. Just
And peanut butter cups or get out.
damn, now I'm
hungry
thinking
now.
about Colston. Why you
Yeah.
do this?
Stop.
So you, Mister, you've been in Somewhere Loud. You started from Somewhere Loud. You've been in TJ.
R.I.P. and peace.
T is for
Somewhere Loud.
techno. Enter the tech. Switching lanes. Now to ADE, the Amsterdam Dance Event, which is one of the most important electronic music conference and festivals in the world.
I didn't
How do
know
you
that.
feel about that?
It's an honor, honestly. Since I've wanted to make music, I've always like guided myself to be in the European crowd. Like I've always wanted to be there. Because I feel like my music sounds a bit more European than the American stuff. I'm not really radio friendly.
How so?
Like,
You're doing pretty good right now.
well, yeah.
You're pretty friendly right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
But like kind of like mainstream Calvin Harris, like raise your
When I
hands up.
met you
You're not
in the
pushing
summer.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Summer. Ooh.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I mean, I've always looked up to the European DJs.
You're not super into the top 40s. You want the
No,
actual
no.
like
Yeah.
professional
I
mixing.
want the people that are depressed, that need something to look forward
Yes.
to. The introverts.
Yeah, yes.
Like me, like I've always struggled with depression or just shit like that. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
But
No worries.
yeah.
So what makes you stand out from the rest? What do you think is what got you to ADE?
Just sticking to my guns. I feel like just
Fighting the fight,
adversity.
working your way
I feel
up.
like yeah.
Hard work and determination.
Yeah, exactly. Hard work and determination. There's a lot of people working hard in the scene, but I feel like
Definitely.
they're working hard in the scene.
Yeah.
Not.
You're trying to get out there.
I'm trying to get out of. The
You need to
States.
direct your
Yeah.
efforts towards something. People always say like work hard, where should I work towards?
Exactly.
What's your goal set right now? I know you want to work towards European people just as an audience, but is there something in particular that you have in mind?
10 years from now,
Yeah.
sort of.
What's your 5-10 year
yeah.
plan?
5 years, I would like to be like at least in the Gashouder Awakenings Festival.
Ooh. So you don't want to be at Tomorrowland, too mainstream.
Tomorrowland's sick. They have some sick side stages. Ultra, like
Yes.
stuff like that.
The
but
big
Going
names.
going big.
going big. But 10 years, once I'm over like the whole DJ dance music kind of
Yeah.
stuff, I want to move towards film scoring and just I want to teach kids. Like
Yeah,
I grew up
I love
down
that.
south in San Isidro in the ghetto, and there's a lot of drugs, there's a lot of gangs, there's violence, and not a lot of opportunities for kids to make music. And that's what I want to do. I want to give back to my community.
That's
It's
a really
true.
noble goal.
It's true
to
because
enrich your community.
if you think about it, they don't really have a lot of music classes in school.
No,
And
they took them out actually from a lot of schools. The budgets weren't.
Just art
Of
in
course,
general. It's
because
like,
we're gonna need algebra right now.
yeah.
Yeah,
There is a lot of math and music, I will say.
yeah. There.
No, there is in
True.
production, definitely.
Yeah.
But you got to find that on your own. You got to explore it. Eventually, you're required to know a bunch of those instrumentals. So it's really good that you're striving to provide that to the people around you,
Yeah.
especially from your own personal experience.
Definitely. So you have mentioned to me that ADE is shaping the new year of electronic music. Can you expand on that?
Most definitely. ADE is a 5-day event. By day, it's conferences. There's people that are label managers, owners, Grammy award-winning DJs.
It's like everybody.
Everything. Everyone in the
Yeah.
industry is there.
That's the
Like-
You
place to
gotta
be.
take us there next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the Winter Music Conference, but on drugs. It's just like crazy.
The good kind, the fun kind.
The good, just healthy.
Yes.
It's very productive. You get to meet anyone you want. Like I walked up to Laidback Luke and said hi to him.
Oh yeah, I
and
saw
had-
your picture.
and had
I
a
loved it.
conversation about depression and stuff like that with him, and he was like such a human. And I met Tommy Sunshine last year, Nina
awesome.
Kravitz also, and like there's such good people, and the fact that there's a community in the Netherlands that dedicates a full week to dance music, and the community is amazing. And
I think we need something like that here.
we do
Yeah.
need something like that here. And
Everyone's
the
all
West
about
Coast
Coachella
Weekenders
and
does
stuff.
something like that, but
Yeah.
it's not to that extent. I mean, you don't have 200 parties going on in
No.
the city for a week.
You're
you
right.
know?
The cool thing about like ADE is it's not just like producers and DJs. It's like label owners. It's like PR people. You
Yeah,
meet
everyone.
like creative directors, vocal, like literally
Makeup artists,
everybody.
like,
like everybody.
Everything.
So and we don't have that here. We're like
Well,
You
that's
know what I
something to
mean?
think about
yeah.
in the
And they
future.
they shape the new year by talking about the new gear that's coming out, the new standards of the year. I went to this conference about how to get paid in full. They talked about the Music Modernization Act and how that's gonna play out in the next 10 years, or how that law is gonna come up, and everyone was just in a discussion.
It's
a
got to be
discussion
great to
going
open
on.
a dialogue.
Yes. What is the most valuable thing you learned at AD?
Be yourself. I met this guy, Sham. Shout out to Shamsuddin. He's a Dutch producer, modular engineer.
Oh,
He's a
I'm loving that.
genius, man. This guy, he does not. He can DJ,
Mhm.
but he doesn't touch the turntables. He's like, it's all in the box, modular, like really
That's the
crazy
best.
stuff. And we got into contact maybe like half a year ago, and we've been staying in contact. And I met him out there personally, and he just told me, be yourself, work for your goal. Don't try to, fit in here.
Don't
fit
try
in
to
there.
meet other people's
Yeah, exactly.
expectations. Set them for
Definitely.
yourself.
And just do you, man.
I
That's
love it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Do you personally have any advice for people that are trying to make it in the industry?
Don't try to make it. Just
I love that.
do
Just
what
do
you
it.
like. Yeah.
Just go for it.
Because if you have expectations and you get let down, you're gonna hit a hard place, a very, very hard, dark place, like I did. Like I was 16, I was like, I'm gonna be playing at EDC by the time I'm 18.
Hmm.
You know what?
It's
You
not gonna
could, but the
Yeah.
people who are playing at ADC may not have set their sights that way.
Right.
They're
Mhm.
probably, prodigies who are really good at their craft
Yeah.
and
Yes,
are recognized
definitely.
and brought there.
Or their dads have money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There are a lot
those.
of
Yeah.
lot of factors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Um,
you, for some of us, we have to start from the bottom.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah.
We
Straight up.
gotta.
And in a way, by going through that adversity, we kind of become much stronger,
Yes.
more robust
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, most definitely.
Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Honestly.
Definitely.
This is awesome.
I have one more question before we go to the rest of your set. What are your thoughts on the underground music scene in San Diego, the positive and the negatives?
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, we got to the.
Ooh.
We talked a
Uh,
little bit about this
Yes.
off,
Yeah.
off camera.
It's in a good place compared to where it was 3 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. I'd say.
Oh,
It's-
yeah, that's so true.
It used to be hard to find an event that wasn't playing trap and dubstep or big
Oh, I
room
feel
or
that.
stuff like that, and there wasn't a lot of underground in the scene. So
Not at all.
for it to be emerging now, it's really cool. But there's also saturation. There's a lot of recycling of DJs. There's a lot of politics. I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Yeah.
I'll put you on my lineup, and you can put me on yours.
And you'll stay there for 2 years.
Exactly.
Mhm. Well, use
Or-
it for the same events over and
Yeah.
over.
Like no
Recyc-
room to grow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Recycling resident DJs. Like I get you have your crew, and it's awesome that you guys have like a team.
Yeah,
a
like
team
a
is very
squad,
crucial for
definitely.
success. Don't get me wrong.
But you gotta let other people in too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like okay, so
Give people the
you
opportunity.
have a company, right?
Yes.
And you sell strawberries, bananas, limes, and apples. Okay.
Hmm.
This guy comes up to you and says, "I sell vegetables. Can I plug my vegetables in your store?" No, I only sell
Mm.
vegetables.
I don't think you get my vibe here.
Exactly. You're going to lose out on money. One, clientele. Two, and then the person that sells vegetables, I am receptive to be, I can just be like, okay, I'm going to open my own business and sell fruits.
You're
also.
not necessarily
Yeah.
competing with them,
Exactly.
but now
You
you're
guys can
forced
collaborate.
to in order to
Now I'm
survive.
Yeah.
forced to. So that's the bad competition when it comes to business, when you're forced to compete and now you're stepping on people's toes, the same genres on the same nights.
But that drives
Yeah.
innovation. That's
Right.
what leads to people getting better.
People need to
underground
think out of
scenes.
the box and say, how can I get out of this circle?
Man, that's
Thank you. That was the That
That's
was
probably
probably
the
my
best answer
favorite
we've gotten, yeah.
response so far. You're a well-rounded artist,
Thank you.
and I really appreciate you being here. It's an honor to have you
And you
here.
have a
Thank you.
lovely girlfriend.
Yes.
Thank
A
you.
beautiful
she
makeup
is.
artist.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, we're gonna head into the second part of the mix here.
Let's do it.
And
Let's get
I
funky.
understand there's a few more of your hidden tracks that haven't been released
Woo.
just yet, so we'll check that out.
Yeah.
Here on
You heard it
KCR,
here.
A college radio.
Scarlett Letter.
Hey, guess who's back in the studio? This is KCR College Radio, the award-winning sound of San Diego State. Listen live on AM 1610 or on the TuneIn app or kcr.sdsu.edu. But if you're hearing my voice right now, chances are
You're
already
here.
doing
Yep,
that.
you are. You're here
Just
with
so
us.
you know, we were voted San Diego's best AM/FM radio station, and that's a really cool thing. Probably because we're doing such cool stuff. We are here in the studio with
Elezd.
You've been listening to Elezd's amazing music so far.
Thank you.
Out of this world.
We got a couple more things to ask you. Most notably, what's the biggest time you ever bombed or things just didn't go as you expected, and how did you recover? I know it's a big question. Could be a
picture this.
technical failure.
Picture this.
Okay.
Okay.
800 people.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It's about to drop.
Oh no.
I hit the cue button
Mm.
on the CDJ that's playing.
I already
It
know how this is
restarts
gonna
the
go.
track to 0. It just pauses the whole track.
Yeah,
It
thanks,
stops it.
Pioneer.
Yeah, it paused the whole track. And I was like, oh man, what do I do? So I grabbed the mic, I turned it on. I was like, how you guys doing? At the same time, I'm over here speeding up to the place that I lost.
Things
and
have
I'm like,
actually been
okay,
kinda hard.
play it from the build up, and party went on.
There you go.
Yeah.
That-
You gotta make it work somehow.
That
We will
speaks a
have
lot to
those.
your technical skills, but also your mental fortitude. A lot of people would,
Yeah.
like I probably would have just curled up on the floor and cried,
Yeah, basically.
I wanted to do that so bad.
but then you didn't, and
No.
that's what matters.
Yeah.
So last question. What does the future hold for you?
I don't know. I wish I would know, but what I want the future to hold for me is health, sustainability, good income, and just a legacy, I feel like.
You know, you
And
mentioned
you will.
you mentioned a lot of things earlier about how like people were doing the same rotating lineup and we're always getting consistent gigs, and that's kind of our goal. You want to have consistent gigs. You want to
Yeah.
have like
Yeah.
a decent income.
And you mentioned how even like 20 years from now that you want to teach music to
Yeah,
kids.
most
And I love that.
I think DJ should not be a stable job. Just inherently shouldn't, because
Right,
that
right.
stability breeds complacency.
And you can evolve
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
that.
you always got to be looking for that next thing that you can
Yeah, most
push the
definitely.
limit.
Yes. Well,
DJing is it's a cool thing, but I used to do it it was a full-time thing. I would get gigs every weekend, but I took time off to start producing, and that's when
Then you saw
all
the
the
light.
gigs started to diminish because I was focusing just in the studio.
yes, producing. It
And
happens.
like you said, I saw the light and I saw what's really where the real income is. I'm not doing it for the money, but everyone's got to eat.
Yeah.
So making music is where the money is.
You got a girlfriend to feed too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
both.
I
Yeah.
like food.
Yeah, she does like
Perfect.
it.
And hopefully you like listening to his music on
yes,
repeat.
yes, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much again for being here, both
Thank
of
you for having
It's
me.
been an amazing time. And you heard it first here on Scarlett Letter. We'll see you next Tuesday at 9.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
What's up, guys? So a quick little plug. If you guys like this, you can find more of it on my record label or on my SoundCloud. My record label is called F4 Records, so F/4 Records on SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram, whatever.
Bye.